My name is Heston Tobias, and I graduated from the Business Analysis postgraduate program at Mohawk. Mohawk College. It has a great reputation for having a good balance of studies, but also practical experience. And that's kind of the beauty of schools like this, is that you're not only learning theoretical and technical knowledge, you have the opportunity to test that out in the real world. My placement was doing requirements gathering across the entire organization. So I got to speak to a lot of different managers. I got to speak to a lot of analysts, a lot of leaders in the organization. So that helped me a lot because I just understood the culture there. A major barrier to a lot of graduates, whether it's college, university, is that you don't get that opportunity to test your skills. So you're not quite sure about how you could actually apply your skills in the real world. And a huge part of that is confidence, right? You need to be confident to head into the job market and apply to different jobs and, be able to say that I would like to apply to this job and I think that I'd be a good candidate to provide value for your organization. My career allows me the opportunity to meet a whole lot of different healthcare providers across the continuum of care. I get to learn from a lot of different leaders across Hamilton, and I always feel like I'm constantly learning and growing. That's kind of really the major basis for what my career happiness is that if I'm constantly learning and being able to test my skills in the field I love, then I'm happy.
Dear viewers, good evening and assalamu alaikum to you all, and welcome you once again on today's live session with one of our partner college based in Ontario in Canada, which is Mohawk College. I think you must have heard about the name of Mohawk College. It's one of the very popular name in terms of colleges in Canada, and it's located in the Greater Toronto, which is in Hamilton. It's just 45 minutes drive from Toronto downtown, and definitely Canada is a wonderful country. We'll be knowing everything from our guest. Breska is here with us from Mohawk College, who is the market specialist for Middle East, South Asia, and some other parts of the world. So, Breska, can you hear me?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, and I would like to welcome you on this live session. And if you could say hello to our viewers, and if you could introduce yourself to our viewers.
Definitely. So hello and salam everybody. My name is Briska. I am the market specialist for South Asia, including Bangladesh, at Mohawk College. So I've been with the college for 2 years, and I love supporting our partners and our students join our college. Today, I'm very appreciative of Prominent Consultants. They're one of our trusted partners, and I trust them solely on helping you throughout your application process and giving you the right guidance. And I hope to give you some information to allow you to make a better decision and join our college eventually.
Thank you so much, Breska, actually, for your wonderful introduction and the way you have presented us. We were really honored for that. And definitely, dear viewers, we'll be discussing so many things about Mohawk College, about their location, about their programs, its requirements, scholarships, fees structures, and how to apply to Mohawk College. So definitely, we'll be discussing all the things. Please be with us till next 45 minutes. And also, if you have any question, please feel free to ask in our comment box, and try to, when you comment for any query, please mention your name and also your academic profile and IELTS score, so that we can give you the proper answer or feedback for your profile, against your profile. And of course, if you're watching this live session, please don't forget to share this live session in your timeline, so people who are really interested for study in Canada, so they will be really benefited through this live session. So Breska, first of all, how are you, and how is I mean, you have been connected from Ontario right now. So how are you, and how is the weather, and how is the situation over there right now?
I'm doing great. Here we're still under lockdown, so everyone's at home. I haven't been out too much. I don't think I want to because it's very, very cold outside right now. Very cold. But we are under lockdown currently, but we still have students joining us, whether they're studying online or some students who are in hybrid programs, they're still able to join classes. Business as usual, and we're happy to welcome even more students and are looking forward to our fall intake, hopefully being back to normal as COVID situations settle.
Exactly. And really would be loving to send students as soon as possible to your campus, and definitely we are working on that for your fall intake. So, Biska, that first of all, I would like to ask you some important question. That there are a lot of countries in the world to for higher education, that US, Canada, Australia, UK, and some other European countries. Those are those are the top destinations in the world for higher studies, but Canada is one of them. So what do you think, that why people should consider Canada for their higher studies, and for their international degrees from Canada? What could be the reasons, top reasons?
Well, for international students, researchers out there, Canada consistently ranks as one of the highest, if not the highest, best quality of education and life. Right? So when international students, specifically from South Asia, when they're interested in applying to Canada, they're looking for a potential future in Canada, right? So when you're applying to Canada, not only are you looking at the excellent educational quality, you're also looking for potential to settle here, get your job, and build a life here. And what more can you ask for in terms of healthcare, job prospects? I could go on and on, but Canada consistently ranks on top, and I'm sure our viewers can agree if they're already doing their research a little bit.
Exactly, and I'd like to add some more thing, that why they can choose Canada, because it's one of the safest country in the world, and definitely there is no language barrier. People can talk in English, and the media of language is English. Definitely, this is one advantage, and the very diverse country. So far, we know that there are a lot of multicultural people are staying there, and the most importantly, the Canadian people are very, very welcoming to the international students. So that's the very basic, I would say that the most important attractive point. And the education investment, the return of the education investment is fully returnable, or it's really when they study and they finish their study, and they can work for full time, and they can apply for PR, which is the great opportunities for them, that they don't need to come back to their own country, they can settle down there. So that's the most important things that you can consider for Canada. So now, actually, Ontario is the largest province in Canada, and I think it's the first province in Canada. So, and Mohawk is located in Hamilton, which is quite far from Toronto downtown. So, would you please tell something about the location of Mohawk College, and how is the location, and why people can choose Hamilton instead of Toronto? What are the basic features of the city?
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, as you said, Mohawk College is located in Hamilton, Ontario. So, if you don't know where Hamilton is, the best way I explain it is it's right in the center of Toronto and Niagara Falls. So, you're 45 minutes to an hour away from both locations. It's actually in a very good location because you're conveniently located between these two popular tourist cities that everyone kind of is familiar with in the international community. On top of that, it's a mid-sized city, so a little over 500,000 residents, very multicultural, diverse environment. It's a beautiful city if you are into that whole Canadian experience. You know, it's actually referred to as the city of waterfalls. There's beautiful waterfalls, beautiful nature. Also, living in a mid-sized city, a little away from Toronto, where everyone usually typically goes to, allows you to not only get jobs easier, it allows you to really focus on yourself and your journey to Canada. You're saving a lot of money by living a little further away from those tourist cities. For instance, typically, student rent in Hamilton will cost you around 500 a month, 500 Canadian dollars a month, whereas in Toronto you're looking at anywhere from 700 to 800 per month. So when you're considering it like that, cost of living is much cheaper for international students, and also it's a growing, diverse community. So you will for sure find, if you're from Bangladesh, there's a community just for you here.
Exactly, exactly. Definitely, that's the advantage of starting in a small, I mean, in a city that which is quite far from Toronto, because the living expense is very low, and they can stay. I mean, very comfortably over there. So that's very important thing. And now I just want to know, because people have a lot of perceptions, negative perceptions about I would say idea as well, that about the university and the college. So they always think that university is better than colleges, and yeah, that if I go to Canada, I should choose a university. So actually, we know the exact reason what's the difference between colleges and universities. So, but students, they're very confused about that matter. So could you please tell something about the difference between colleges and universities in Canada, and what kind of people they should choose colleges instead of university? What do you think about it?
Definitely. So how I always like to explain it is that university is what you're probably used to that idea. It's theory-based knowledge. It's degree granting institutions that provide bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. So you're focusing on analytical skills. We're used to that. Whereas college in Canada, some people get that a little confused with college. You know, that system is a little different in the US or anywhere else you go. But in Canada, college aims to provide technical training through diplomas or graduate certificates that respond to shifting labor trends and needs of the changing economy. So college is basically practical learning. It will get you hands-on experience in an exact field of work. So when you're looking like, I want to be a pharmacy technician, for example, you will go to college, study and pharmacy technician program. It will grant you opportunity to have paid work experience or internship in that exact field. So not only are you studying, getting your academic background, but also you're getting that hands-on experience. So you could put on your CV or resume, and once you graduate, you're ready to enter the workforce. In fact, 65% of 85% of our students, they find a job within 6 months of graduating. That's huge. That's huge for college. Another talking point, and my favorite part about why international students are choosing college, is they're getting that direct experience to enter the workforce in Canada. The study duration is shorter, so it's 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year. It's 3 times cheaper than university studies. And if you are interested in university studies eventually, like I know I'm personally from the Middle East as well. So I know my parents are like, oh, university, university, university. And that's what my interest align to. But how you could shape your path towards that, especially if you want to study in Canada, is you can go to college first, get yourself ready, get accustomed to the Canadian lifestyle, and then branch out to university and take your credits with you. So you're saving time and money to eventually go to university, getting your diploma and your degree.
Exactly, exactly. And I think that that parents, their perception or their ideas and the reality is different sometimes. And that what we are doing, that I have found so many students, they are not proper doing the research on the program, on the college institutions. Instead of that, they are researching they are mainly focusing on the that what people say, what the surrounding people are saying, and what their relatives are saying. So I think students, I would like to request you, please do research by your own, and you need to think about yourself. You need to discover yourself, that where you are fitted. I mean, where you can fit yourself very easily. So sometimes what happens, we found a Breska something like that, or some students, they went to university, and after 3-4 months they shifted to the college, because when they saw that there are a lot of pressure in study, and they cannot manage themselves to continue their studies in university. So finally they came back and they started classes with the colleges. So this is happening. So first of all, students should that have a proper research on their ability, and what kind of employment opportunity they are looking for, and what is their career plan, career goal. Then they should decide about the college and university. And of course, you have said perfectly that definitely the college programs are mostly hands-on experience based, and student can learn practically, and they can easily after graduation they can easily start their job very quickly with the industry. So that's very important. So students, I think you have cleared the things, though we have said a lot of times to you, but still Breska, you have explained very very fantastic way, in a very fantastic way. Thank you so much. So Breska, we'll have a video of your college. Let's have a break and see the video. Okay, this was the video. Thank you.
One of Mohawk's strategic priorities is to lead in internationalization and global experiences. Global learning experiences provide students with life skills they need to succeed on the international stage. Global competencies such as self-awareness, communication skills, adaptability and flexibility, social responsibility, cultural understanding, and appreciation are all important in the development of future-ready grads. In 2018 and 2019, several Mohawk College students, staff, and faculty embarked on service, learning, and work placements abroad. We will hear from students, staff, and faculty who participated in these trips about what it meant to them and their growth as global citizens.
I think the one thing that really I was in awe of was where we were was the complete and utter opposite of our lives here. We were part of that community. Like, we didn't stay on a resort or anything. Like, we were in the community and we shopped at their grocery stores.
I think the main thing that students bring back from a trip like this is gratitude, and realizing that they are so fortunate in a country like Canada, and the ability to go into another country and do good work, but also be humbled by the experience.
I mean, the whole thing was great, especially a lot of the preparation beforehand. We were introduced to the Intercultural Development Index. It gave me a better sense of my own identity and my own sort of position in relation to other cultures and other people, and helped me when I got there to, I guess, act as a sort of like a liaison, to be more open to the people that I saw and the way they lived and so on.
So not only do they walk into a country that they've never been and they have to learn to adapt and grow and just live in this really different country, at the same time they then go and they work in a school for individuals with disabilities, and they work alongside teachers, and they have to figure out with those teachers who don't speak the same language, who don't have the same cultural beliefs, how can we work together on a common goal?
The most impactful part of the trip was the whole thing. I wasn't thinking that it was going to be like it was. It was amazing. It changed me in so many different ways. Once I got over the language barrier and my nerves about working with adults, I thrived. I planned a program and implemented it with the teachers. That was truly the most amazing feeling that I've ever felt. And I don't think that I would have been able to have that experience if I would have stayed in Hamilton for my placement. And for that, I feel like it's changed my work forever.
This was an intense experience for all of the students. Working within a refugee camp and hearing the stories and seeing the light of what people have been through was highly impactful and difficult and challenging at times.
I think that it is impossible not to grow as an individual if you experience travel abroad or even bringing in global perspectives into your world at home.
So it was a great video. Actually, the students there are getting the global experiences through Mohawk colleges in different countries. So definitely. So Briska, that the thing is that the Mohawk College is one of the biggest colleges in Ontario, and you do offer a lot of courses in your college. So would you please tell me that how many students are presently studying in Mohawk College and how many of them are international?
Sure. So there's about 30,000 students studying in our college. 4,500 of them approximately are international students from 90
It's
different.
a big number, yes.
Yeah,
It's a big number.
definitely. It is a pretty big college,
Pretty
and
big
we are
college, yes.
proud of our international students. They're coming from 90 different countries, so we have a big diversity ratio.
Diversity and a big community, international community in the college. So now we'd like to enter the most important parts of our session, that is the program you do offer. Would you please tell something about your program that you do offer and about the subjects, I mean the specific subjects you do offer in your undergrad and postgrad level? Would you please tell something about these matters?
Definitely. So when considering studying at a college level or at Mohawk, the important things I like to remind students to think about in the process of making this decision is, what are your interests? What are your career goals? And who do you want to become? These are important questions when considering studying at a college level. So at Mohawk College, we have over 100 different programs in different fields like healthcare. This includes like programs like biotechnology, massage therapy, pharmacy technician, like I said. We have a faculty in technology, so it's computer systems, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering. We have skilled trades, so these are programs like motive power, constructions, electrical engineering. We have community services programs, so like child and youth care, paralegal studies. We also have preparatory program faculty, which allows students, like for example, students that don't have their English quite there yet, so they could take our English for academic purposes to prepare themselves if they don't have the IELTS requirement or they just want to improve their English. We have a faculty in communication arts. So these are programs like journalism, graphic design, broadcasting, and of course, business. So business has marketing, accounting, insurance, human resources, you name it. We have everything in business. So lots of different programs. And the exciting part about our programs is we have co-op and internship opportunity. Like I said before, when making that decision, these are some things you want to consider. If a program has co-op, great. That will give you direct work experience in that exact field, and you get paid for it. So, this is a bonus. As an international student, you really, you are looking for these type of opportunities. Most programs also have internship opportunities. Like if you're in a program that's 1 year, a graduate certificate, you don't have time to take co-op, right? Because it's, you just have that 1 year. So they will allow you to take internship opportunities, which gives you the opportunity to work in that field. Some are paid, some are non-paid, but you're getting that experience. And usually faculties will connect you and give you leads to some of the contacts or places you could apply and get started with.
But one thing that Breska, I just need to know that you are offering like 2 years of diploma and 3 years of advanced diploma. So how many co-op terms will be there in 2 years diploma and 3 years diploma?
It's usually one or two.
One or two. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one or two, and one thing that you have a fantastic option in your post graduation level that you are offering now, because students are very confused and they are very, that they feel very I mean frustrated. They're very frustrated when they enroll to a 1 year postgraduate certificate program that they may get a 1 year of work permit. So as you are offering 1+1, so they may get the 3 years of work permit through the 1+1 program. So I would like to explain these things to the students that Mohawk College has the postgraduate diploma 1+1 program. So after having that 1+1 program, you can easily get 3 years of work permit. And the main advantage is that in 2 years, you can achieve 2 certificates in 2 different fields. So it will give you an advantage that you can drop your CV in two fields that you have achieved the degree in those fields. So it's a very good opportunity. Am I right, Breska, that through this opportunity they can have a very good career also, right? Through 1+1 program.
Absolutely. And this is why we appreciate our partnership with Prominent Consultants, because this information is very new. We just announced this program and it's starting for September 2021 program intake. And it allows students, specifically international students that are looking for that 2 to 3 year postgraduate work permit, and they want to take 2 graduate level programs, like 2 1-year programs. And this is an excellent opportunity for you to really be unique and try new things, right? So students can take, hey, I really want to take that 1-year international business management program, but on top of that, I want to take that 1-year supply chain management program. You could pair them up, right? So you could pair them up and have them both.
Exactly, and also you will have 2 certificates from 2 different fields, and you can easily drop your CV in those 2 different fields. So it will give you some extra exposure, additional exposure. So now we need to talk about your program requirements that for your diploma, advanced diploma, and your PG certificate program. So you just need the entry requirements that you require, and also the IELTS requirement. And instead of IELTS, I think Duolingo is one of the English language test that they can do instead of IELTS for till September 2021. And what would be the EAP program if they have less band in IELTS score? Could you please tell something about this matter?
Sure. So, like you said, for September 2021 only, we're accepting Duolingo scores. So Duolingo is online English test. You could take it multiple times. The results come in fast. If you can, try to take that. Usually my experience with Bengali students is they almost always have their IELTS. So if you can get your IELTS, I would recommend IELTS for sure. I would recommend IELTS. If you can't, if you're crunch on time or if it's not possible for you to take IELTS, go ahead and take Duolingo if you're considering September 2021 intake. So program requirements. So our diploma programs, most programs ask for IELTS academic 6.0 and no bands less than 5.5. So in Duolingo terms, this is a 105 score. So any programs that ask for 6.0 overall and nothing less than 5.5, you're looking at 105 for Duolingo. For graduate certificate programs and more high demand programs and diploma, we're looking for a little bit of a higher IELTS score, which is a 6.5 overall and nothing less than 6. And Duolingo equivalency of this is 115 for our college. So for all our programs, we do need the English requirements. So whether it's IELTS or Duolingo, TOEFL, whatever else, we do need that. If you have a student that does not, like if you're a student that your English is not quite there yet, you can't improve it in that short duration of time, then I would suggest the EAP, English for Academic Purposes program. So this is a program you can take before whatever program you're entering, and it will be on your letter of acceptance. For example, it will say students taking EAP from this day to this day, and then moving to this program. It gives you that pathway. For requirements, credits. So you need, for diploma programs, you need to have at least your high school completed. You can, you can still have your bachelor's and still go to diploma, but minimum requirement is your high school. And you have to keep in mind some programs ask for specific grades. Like if you're a computer software, it will ask you, you need, for example, 80% or higher in mathematics in your upper years of high school, right? And in graduate level certificates, you need at least your bachelor's. So you could have your master's or whatever else, but you need at least your bachelor's. So those are the main requirements. Aside from that, that's your typical, copy of passport. Your transcripts have to be in English and notarized. You need the Mohawk College application form, which our prominent consultants can definitely help you with that. And yeah, that's all the requirements you need. It's pretty simple.
Yes, yes, and just one thing I need to know that what should be the academic average in class 12 or bachelor level to enter to your program? What should be the academic average minimum?
So definitely, our admission officers, they review the students' overall quality, right? So I can't give you a number exactly. Obviously, the student needs to be successful, right? But it depends on the program.
Like the percentage. I mean, like 50% or 55% or 60%.
Yeah, I would go over 50%, but there's some programs. For example, practical nursing, right? We won't even review applications if it's less than 85% because it's so high demand, right? So, but generally, as long as you're satisfactory at 50, you're fine.
That's fine. That's fine. And now the most important part, actually, for that reason, students are too concerned about the fees. So, would you please tell something about your program fees, and do you offer any partial scholarships or some waivers? If you could explain this matter.
Definitely. So our fees range, different programs. So the range is anywhere between approximately 18,000 Canadian dollars to 21,000 Canadian dollars. So that's the typical range, depending on what you want, and this is per year. So the most up-to-date fees are on our website. They change, and the website is the most up-to-date reference point for you, but typically you're looking at around that kind of frame. And as for scholarships, so this is a tricky one. So as you know, a very important part about your for your visa application is that you need to have that financial backing to support your education and your living expenses, right? So a student considering to apply to college, you need to know that having that strong financial backing is essential. When you're applying to our college, unfortunately, there's no kind of admission scholarships that you could get in advance. We do have scholarship opportunities and bursaries available after the student joins us, and they can apply to, it could be merit-based or admission, like just general-based. There are opportunities for students, and there's scholarships just for being an international student, so they can definitely take advantage of that.
So we'll take a question from one student that is there any scholarship for Masters of Public Health? Now, actually, the Mohawk College, they don't offer master's program, so they have the program in PGT, postgraduate certificate program or graduate certificate program in health related subjects, so you can choose that. And definitely the scholarship, as Breska said, there is no such interest scholarship. I mean, based on your performance, your academic performance in Mohawk College, you may expect, but there is no guarantee about it. So you need to check once you are in the campus based on your performance. So Breska, that definitely we have discussed a lot of things about the program entry requirements and the fees structure and all these things. So finally, we have started taking applications for fall intake. And there we have a couple of months, I think, for the deadline of September intake, and still I know that the seats are filled very fast of Mohawk College. So definitely students need to be very careful that even though if you have deadline also, if the seats are closed, you won't be able to get the seat for fall 2020. So that just I need to know something that as you said that your tuition fees ranges between 18,000 to 20,000. So what should be the payment breakdown? I mean, how it will, I mean, how would be the payment options? Can they pay by semesters, or what would be the
Yes.
payment?
So payments are due by a semester. The only important thing I need to just highlight in the beginning, when students get their letter of acceptance, they're expected to pay a deposit right after they get their letter of acceptance. So within 20 days, the deposit is 2,200. It's part of their first semester tuition fee. Aside from that, payments are due by semester.
Okay, and what about the application fees? Since most of the colleges they are asking for the application fees. So what about the application fees of Mohawk College?
Definitely. So application fee is $100 per student. Um, if we do offer some waivers if you apply in advance, so please check with prominent consultants. They might have an application fee waiver, and if they do, great. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'd like to tell all students that it's a very right time to approach prominent consultant as soon as possible to get the waiver of application fee. It's $100, not a small amount. You can get waiver. So thank you so much, Breska. And we are okay. Now finally, that we'd like to know about the campus. I mean, the accommodation that you do offer on campus, and if students stay out of campus, then how it would be actually. So how will be the average living expenses and the accommodation cost?
Definitely. So the culture in Canada is most students live in student housing. So student housing is basically, there's a house, basically just a house, and each apartment inside that house is rented out to a student. So you're sharing, general areas like the kitchen, but you're renting a room inside the house. This is a typical scenario. When I went to university, I also did this. It's the cheapest option as well. So you're looking at around $500 now per month. It's a safe option. It's the best option. If you want to go outside that, some students really like that whole college experience, and they would like to live in dorms or residences. So we do have a residence building for that as well, and students can choose to opt for that option as well. And also there's another option. It's called homestay. So homestay is basically you're living with a Canadian family and sharing one meal with them. This is great for students that want to really indulge in a fully complete Canadian experience. So you're learning from that family. You have some support system there. This option's also available for students. So 3 different paths that you could go to. You know, of course, there's other ones where you could completely rent out an apartment in a building, or if you're happy enough, you could just get an entire house.
Exactly. Yeah. The first one you said that the student home, the student can stay together, and the cost is 500 Canadian dollar. Is it including a meal, or everything?
No. So that's just living, just
rent.
Rent. Yeah, just rent. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And you know that from South Asia, especially from Southeast Asian people, they always look for part-time jobs as they are permitted to work part-time in Canada. So how is the opportunity especially in your city in Hamilton, that students can avail part-time jobs over there, and how is the opportunities over there?
So if you're a full-time international student, you can work part-time while you're studying full-time. So that's 20 hours a week. And you can work anywhere. There's a lot of great on-campus jobs that you could take on, or you could go outside the campus and find any job. It doesn't have to be in your field. You're just,
yes,
do this to support themselves, get some pocket money. You could do that. If you have summer holidays or winter holidays, which you will if you start in September, then you can work full time, which is 40 hours a week.
Full time, exactly. So, Breska, we are just end of the live session. So finally, I would like to say something to the viewer, that we have discussed so many things about Mohawk College, and definitely we have started taking applications for the fall 2021 intake. And there are a lot of subjects, definitely from diploma, advanced diploma, and in graduate certificate level. They have a lot of courses. So, we'd be loving taking applications from you, and we'll be happy to give you the application fee waiver if we apply as soon as possible. I would say that by this month, by February 2021, if you apply, I think we may help you to get the application fee waiver. And one more thing that definitely Canada is becoming one of the topmost destinations for the higher studies because of so many opportunities over there, country of opportunities. So definitely you can consider Canada and consider Mohawk College, since it's a public college, and it's a very big college, and nearly, you know, that nearby Niagara Falls and also the Toronto, so you can experience the both things together. And Breska, so finally, if you would like to say something to our viewers, if you have anything to say to our viewers finally.
Definitely. So yes, as you said, I would definitely encourage applying as soon as possible. Because of COVID, a lot of students have pushed their studies, so seats are becoming they're full sooner. So if you are considering and applying, decide now so you give yourself enough time to wait for your visa decision, and if anything, God forbid, goes wrong, you can reconcile it then. I would like to thank you for the opportunity. This was wonderful. I hope that we were able to provide some information to our students. Of course, I know that you are there as an extended support to guide them if they have any other questions. And I really hope that I see some of you at Mohawk College, hopefully in person.
Exactly, and we'd be loving to visit Mohawk College in future if it's possible.
Inshallah.
So inshallah, and definitely, Breska, would like to thank you once again for joining this live session. And dear viewers, definitely, if you would like to watch this live session again, it will be published in our YouTube channel as well, and it will be in our timeline. So whenever you want to watch this live session, you can have this, in our page. And one more thing, that we have our contact number of our counselors for Canada, so you can reach them if you have any queries. Get prepared for yourself right now, right away, because you won't have enough time because the seats will be closed very soon. And if you don't start from now onward, you won't be able to submit your visa application, other things within the right time. So thank you, Breska, so much. And we are just closing the live session right now. And thank you once again for being with us. And dear viewers, thank you so much for having your valuable and wonderful time with us. Take care and stay safe and plan for Canada as soon as possible. Thank you.
Take care.